For the loved ones of the hostages still being held in Gaza, it has been 2 years of excruciating pain and uncertainty. One of those families, the Chens. Itai Chen is an American hostage and missing IDF soldier. His father, Ruby, joins me now. Thank you for coming on the program again. And I know on Tuesday, the 2-year anniversary of October 7th, you said you were feeling cautiously optimistic. How are you feeling today?
More or less the same place. It's a mixed bag of emotions. There is the excitement for those families that will be able to hug their loved ones. There's the anticipation. The president just mentioned a few minutes ago that he aims for Monday and Tuesday for that to happen. And there's also the anxiety for those of the 28 hostages that are not alive, that there's no guarantee that all of them will be coming out. So it's still eyes on the ball and making sure that all of the 48 hostages are coming out. And Hamas needs to find them, and they should not get any type of benefit until all those 48 hostages come out.
If the hostages are released on Monday or Tuesday, I know you have questions. First, let me ask you, who are you in touch with, and do you have any proof of status?
So nothing has changed since we last spoke. Hamas to this date have not provided any evidence or acknowledgement that they have my son in their possession, a U.S. citizen, the youngest U.S. citizen taken, and what his physical status is. And we were notified about a year ago that most likely he did not survive based on intelligence. But again, maybe he saw a doctor. Maybe someone took care of him. We just don't know. And that is a very difficult situation to be in. And I'm sure anyone listening to me now that is a parent could understand that. And we just want him to be with us. And it's been such a long time. And we want to thank the administration for doing what it could do to orchestrate the agreement that was announced. We think Mr. Witkoff, Mr. Kushner, especially Mr. Kushner jumping in and helping to get this to the finish line was significant. And now we just need to see the implementation starting.
No one who is not among the families of those 48 can truly understand what you're going through right now. You have been absolutely constant in your advocacy, in expressing your love and your desires for your son. Do you let yourself, Ruby, believe in miracles?
Yeah, well, I'm a New York Mets fan, so, we had a few miracles as a Mets fan in the past. But we have that hope. And I think, speaking to some families that have their loved ones come back to them that were killed, the thing that most stands out is they say to me, it mostly removes the doubt. And we always had doubt until we got our loved one back and we were able to be with him and mourn with him. Maybe I'll share something that Mr. Witkoff, talked to me when we first met, first time me and my wife. You might know, he lost his son about a decade and a half ago. And he looked us in the eyes and he says, I think I get you guys. And, it came from a very emotional place. But my wife told him, almost, because when you are sad and you want to be with your son, you have a place to go to. And being in this limbo, this alternative dimension, it's just so painful. And we want to thank the administration. I think the president also, he understands the logic of those that were killed and why, from an emotional standpoint as well, why it's important to get them back. And, as U.S. citizens, this president and his administration has done wonders to bring back U.S. citizens that were taken hostages, which should be a liability to anybody that takes U.S. citizens as a hostage. And we know he cares about this topic, and hopefully we could be whole. And if a miracle is out there for us, then maybe our prayers would be answered. And if not, then at least we would be able to have that, doubt removed and be able to start, picking up the pieces and starting to think how to move on with our lives.
For 734 days, you and your wife and your family have stayed strong for Itai. We stand in awe of your strength. We hope you get your answers. Ruby Chen, thank you.
Yeah. Thank you for having me, and God bless. And let's hope we have that ending soon.
God bless.